Hello, football fanatics. It's your boy LiNX Football, and yes, I am here with the brand new series, Luke Links Full Time. Yes, this is the brand new series of us Brighton fans to start talking a bit about Brighton. So basically, what is this series going to actually be about? Well, it's going to be about every time that Brighton play a Premier League match, any big sort of match, we're going to go and talk about it a day or two after the match to see what we thought of the match, what we could have done better. Basically, also talk about news, what's happening. We've got a lot going on with Cucurella right now. There is a lot going on. I've got a brand new mic, so I don't know how it's going to turn out. I don't know how loud it is, if it's all good. But it's really, really good to see people already out here for this because I'm excited to start this big series. Let's just see who is in the chat right now. We have PLFD in the chat. We have Luke Paulworth. We have Bruno. We have Brady as well. We've got Brady. We've got William. We've got Arthur the Gamer. We have Fraser in here as well. We have so many people in here right now. So many people. Listen, really, really, really good to see so many of you out here as I can show you there. But yeah, listen. We've got a lot to talk about today. We, of course, had the big Brighton versus Espanyol, the very last pre-season friendly, which was, very interesting, which we love to see. So, yeah, we're going to go straight into it. First of all, what do we all think? What do we all think of the 5-1 against Espanyol? We did the vlog of it as well, as I will show you here. 5-1, Brighton, Espanyol 1. We absolutely thrashed them. I thought we had just an overall talk about it now before we get people on this live stream to talk about Brighton and talk about what they thought of the match. Personally, I thought that it was a really ended out a really positive match. I went there and I watched the first start of it and I thought, you know what? The start wasn't amazing. Espanyol started better than us. I thought this team's going to be quite a difficult team to go against, but we went against them. The first half we scored with Webster off a header, and then came second half going into 1-0. I thought, we could have already got a few goals in. But then we came in second half. Then Dunk scored a header, a looping header right in the bottom left-hand side corner, and then Trossard, the main man, the god, scored a hat-trick and some absolutely incredible goals. Let's see what you guys are saying as well. Just spilled something on me, says PLFD right there. Oh, no, Luke. Has that chat thing on? What do you mean chat thing on? What chat thing? Yeah. There are boxes with the chat on it. No. This is just a different setup. But yeah, listen. I thought it was a really positive game. Now, of course, with Leandro Trossard scoring a hat-trick, that was a big shock, wasn't it? We didn't expect that to happen. We did not expect that to happen. Now, by the way, just to say as well, we have also got people coming on this live stream today to talk about Brighton. So we are going to get other people's opinions of what people think. So it's going to be really interesting, as I say as well. But yeah, I'm really excited to start this new series, guys. This is episode 1. As you can see at the bottom right, just here, it says 1 hashtag, which means, of course, this is the first episode of it. Hope the mic sounds good. I've not even tested it out, so I hope it's all good. Day 1 Brighton fan, really good to see you in here as well. Another moderator out here. Oh, sorry, I didn't know. No worries. But yeah, no, it's going to be a really interesting little live stream that we're having today, as I say. But yeah, listen, we're waiting for Harry to join us today. We're waiting for Harry, the guy that normally comes on this on the match day vlogs, to talk a little bit about Brighton. But listen, we have had today. What have we had today? What's the news? Well, the news is Chelsea are in advanced talks with Brighton to sign Marc Cucurella, and they're ready to pay 50 mil for him. So does this mean that Marc Cucurella, could actually be leaving now? Because we've been looking at, of course, Manchester City. And Manchester City have been that main one knocking on the door to get Marc Cucurella. But now they've sort of calmed down, and now Chelsea have come into play. And now they're knocking on the door. And they'll say, we'll actually pay 50 million for Marc Cucurella. So do we think Marc Cucurella will actually go? Do we think Marc Cucurella will actually go now? Do we think that Chelsea will pay 50 mil? And if he does go for 50 mil, will he be that crucial player we will lose? Do you think that will be a massive hit to us for getting near, Europa or Conference League? Let us know. Like and subscribe. Absolutely, PFD. Absolutely. For people that are watching this not live and watch this back, please do subscribe and like the video if you are enjoying. Knock knocks is PLFD there. I say he is worth 60 mil, says Day One Brighton fan. Day One Brighton fan thinks 60 mil. Well, the thing is, they're also Chelsea. They are also saying, if I can get it up right here, that they are going to make a deal where they pay like 30 or 40 mil and give us this other player in return. Now, I don't know if he's a left back. I'm going to have another look at this quickly now. Chelsea, this guy called Hijack. Yeah, attempt to. Oh no, sorry. Move to reports. The Blues. Discuss deal with. Levi Colwill. So basically, Chelsea are like. We will pay a certain amount for Cucurella, but we'll also give you Cole something will. It's interesting. I've not heard of that guy before. I've not heard anything from him, to be fair. I don't know if he's like a championship player or someone who's on loan for Chelsea or something, but we'll have to see what happens with it. But yes, today, big news with Cucurella. Chelsea are looking to buy him straight away. Now, listen, guys, I just want to say quickly before we read some of your comments out, we're going to get people on this live stream today. I'm waiting for Harry. Harry did say he was going to be coming at 5 o'clock, but he's not bloody arrived, which is very, very, very annoying. So we are waiting for Harry to join so we can talk more about what I want to talk about, because I've got a lot here to talk about, but I don't want to start talking about it now and Harry miss what we're actually talking about. So Harry is going to be like a co-host on this sort of series. Harry's going to be sort of like a co-host on this series, so it's going to be really, really, really good. Cucurella for Ben Chilwell. Is that it? Oh, is it for... Oh, is it? No. Not for Ben Chilwell, is it? No. It's Levi Colwill. Levi Colwill will be the part of the conversation, they say. So whoever Levi Colwill is going to be in question and in talks with Brighton as well. So apparently Chelsea will probably put like, I'll give you like 40 mil for him, but you can also have this Levi kid. Now, I don't know anything about this Levi kid. If any of you guys know about him, then please let me know. Who the hell is that guy? Exactly. I have no idea, POFD. Ethan, hello, Ethan. Good to see you in the chat. Cucurella isn't leaving, bro, says PLFD. That is... POFD, I'm going to skip past that. Considering you're a Tottenham fan. Silly Harry says Day One Brighton fan. Exactly. Harry is here, is he? No. That's another Harry. Ethan Riley, why do you always come different accounts? It's net for Ben Chilwell, Luke. But that is what I think we should... What? They should do. Ethan, Oscar, POFD, 30 mil plus Ben Chilwell, they should do. Nah. I doubt. Nah, because we don't want Ben Chilwell. He's getting on a bit. I mean, what about you guys? Brighton fans out here. Would you like Ben Chilwell? I wouldn't like Ben Chilwell, in my opinion. I don't think Ben Chilwell is really right for our club, to be quite honest with you. He's getting on a bit now. How old is Ben Chilwell? Let's ask Siri. Siri, how old is Ben Chilwell?
Ben Chilwell is 25 years old.
Oh, okay. Oh, Ben Chilwell is 25 years of age. I thought Ben Chilwell was like 29, 30. Oh, no, yeah, we'll have Ben Chilwell. Well, yeah, we'll have Ben Chilwell. That is absolutely fine. We'll take Ben Chilwell. Is anyone else going to take Ben Chilwell? Imagine if Chelsea go, hey, look, we'll give you Ben Chilwell if we can have Cucurella. We'll be like, yeah, sure. I mean, I'll take that. I'll take that any day of the week. I will take that any day of the week. Ben Chilwell not going to Chelsea. What are you on about, POFD? What are you on about, lad? Give us Grealish. Yes, William. Absolutely, mate. I'll take Grealish any day of the week. But yeah, listen, Man City I personally don't think Man City will do it. I don't think Man City will get him. I reckon Chelsea will outbid them because Chelsea are in need for defenders, as they've gotten rid of so many players to Barcelona. Barcelona literally rinsed them out. They've rinsed the club. But yes, anyway, listen, what do we think about the Neil Maupay and Dennis Undav situation? What do we think about the Dennis Undav and Neil Maupay situation? Do we think that Neil Maupay and Dennis Undav could be a very solid partnership? Now, what do you think, people? What are we thinking with it? Because personally, in my opinion, Dennis Undav and Neil Maupay could be the two boys that get us the goals this season. Now, look, Neil Maupay has been linked with this Italian club for 15 million. For 15 million. Now, let me know in the chat right now, Cucurella, good to see you. Good to see you, Cucurella, in the chat. Now, let me know, people, in the chat right now, do you think Neil Maupay should leave the club, yes or no? All right. Should he leave the club, yes or no? Do you think 15 mil is enough for Neil Maupay? Or do you think it's overpriced for him? Do you think, oh yeah, 15 mil for Neil Maupay? Absolutely. Do it, 100%. See, my opinion on it is that if we got rid of Neil Maupay and we relied on Dennis Undav and Danny Welbeck to be our strikers, what if Danny Welbeck gets another big injury where he's knocked out maybe the whole season or even half a season or for a couple of months? Then what do we do? We're relying on Dennis Undav to be that main striker. And do we know that that Dennis Undav is going to be that top striker? Now, Harry has just arrived in, so we'll get him in right now. Big up, Harry. Let's get him in right here. Hello, Harry.
Hello, bro. All right.
Can you move your mic a little bit away from your mouth, just because we can hear all the breathing? That was very loud. Nearly broke my ears. Yeah, right, there we go. Harry, good to see you. How you doing, mate?
I'm all right, mate. Yeah, not too bad. How about yourself?
I am doing super well. Now, listen, what are your thoughts, first of all? We've had a little chat about the Espanyol match. What are your thoughts? Just give us your general thoughts while I do something quickly here.
I thought it was a good game all in. We played well, I thought, and it was quite a good opportunity to see all the new boys in action, wasn't it? Like Kale and Matoma, all of the other boys as well. Leandro Trossard had an absolutely fantastic game, I thought, with that hat-trick that he scored. And then, obviously, Lewis Dunk had a brilliant goal that he scored, as well as Adam Webster. So got to give them big up for that. And just generally all round, mate, absolutely brilliant game, I thought, from all areas of the pitch. And I thought quite a few of the youngsters came on that we had on loan last season that I don't actually really want to see. I want to see in action this season. So, for example, I'd like to see Jan-Paul van Heck play in the Carabao Cup quite a little bit. Because I don't want to let him go on loan, because I think he got like player of the season and player of the season at Blackburn last season. So I think he's definitely a good player, and I think he could even get a couple of Premier League appearances this season if he continues in the way that he is, actually, because he's a brilliant player just generally all round. And
100%. 100%.
Yeah, and I think Julio, I was a bit surprised that the gaffer didn't play Julio Enciso, to be honest, because I would like to have seen him at the Amex, but I'm pretty sure he played against Brentford on Tuesday when we got beaten.
Now, it's an interesting one with Julio, isn't it? It's an interesting one. Now, I personally think that Julio Enciso is probably, in my opinion, the one that stood out the most in the people that have come back off loan and for people that we've bought. Now, tell me your thoughts, Harry. Who is that star player who's either come back off loan or who we've bought from this season coming up? Who do you think has played the best or been the guy that shined the most in the last couple of pre-season friendlies?
I've got to say, I think I've been really impressed by Van Heck again. I've got to say, when he's come on, I think he's been really good. And then I think there's obviously a couple of other lads. Matt Clark's been really good as well. He buried one against, I think it was against Brentford, or one of the, it might even been when we were playing. I think it was when we were playing Reddit. It was one of the pre-season friendlies. He scored, and it was disallowed, unfortunately. But no, he looks really promising, actually. Really good. Really
as I say, another question leading on from that. Do you think, and people let me know please in the comments as well, I'll be reading some of the comments in a minute after what Harry's response is to this. Do you think that Van Heck could be a replacement for Mark Cucurella for the time being? Could he be quick enough to go into that left back, left wing back area, or no? Let me know if he's really. What are you thinking?
I'm personally thinking that he could be a replacement, but it'd only be for a short term because we'd need that solid player, that Mark Cucurella, to actually be able to replace him again. Because you're not going to get another Cucurella to be able to fill that area again. But I know that we've been in talks with Chelsea for this. I think he's another defender called Levi Colwill because the
Been
Cucurella
talking about him,
yeah, because today, with the negotiations, it's looking like Chelsea are even trying to hijack the deal, and it's looking like they might actually offer the 50 million that Brighton are asking for. So I'm hoping that Tony Bloom and the board don't actually step back and they say you can just have him, because I think we need to step the standard high, and we need to affirm him as our player, because he is our player, and we can't. We can't back down easy from him, because he's a great player and a great talent. And if you want him, you're going to have to pay a large sum of money for him.
Well, that's the thing as well. Something that I really love about Brighton is something I really love about the management and how it's all managed and how it's all run by Brighton. I just think it's absolutely brilliant how we have stuck by ourselves. And, Man City is such a threatening and an intimidating team, isn't it? It's quite an intimidating club. They want who they want, and they're going to try and get it. And we stuck by it, and, we're a lot smaller club, and we still stuck by our prices, and I really like that. So I'm glad that Chelsea have come in, because they look like they might actually buy him for the 50 mil that we're waiting for. But look, just want to read this comment out quickly. Ashley says that Van Heck would be great option for the defence. However, if we get Levi Colwill in swap deal plus cash for Cuckoo, then Colwill is on a different level to Van Heck. Now, that again, I don't actually know much about this Levi guy. How old is he? Do you know how old he is, Harry? Do you know much about him?
I've heard a couple of things. I think last season he was obviously Chelsea's player, and I want to say he was on loan to Huddersfield last season.
Yeah,
if I was correct
in
saying
saying
that.
The Championship.
Yeah,
he was in the Championship.
I want to say he's 24 maybe, but I might be wrong when I say that. But he looks a really, really young, promising talent. And I think with the right, definitely type of training, and maybe if we get him and maybe loan him for a season, I reckon within a season we might be able to bring him back, and he could be a Premier League worthy player. I think he's definitely got it within him to be able to do it.
That's the interesting thing, isn't it? It is the interesting thing. Now I just want to go on to quickly talking about the 5 goal scorers of the Espanyol match. What was your favourite? And now put it in the comments, guys. What was your favourite as well? Harry, what's your favourite goal from that match, the Brighton versus Espanyol? What is your favourite goal from it?
I've got to say, I think it's got to be the last one from Trossard, actually, because it was Lallana's pass was absolutely sublime. Actually, if you've seen the highlights, he literally just flicked it into Trossard. I thought he was going to shoot, but he dummied it to Trossard, and then Trossard just slotted it in the back of the net. It was just such a cool, calm, composed finish from Leandro there. Yeah. You couldn't actually have hoped for anything better there. It was an absolutely fantastic goal. It was
a real quality pass from Lallana as well, and I thought, Lallana, could he get his first goal there? I thought. Would have been nice to see first goal from Lallana, to be fair. But because it was the hat-trick goal, I thought, it's good that it went to Trossard in the end of the day, because it did make him get the hat-trick for it. But what's people saying in here? Reece James after the game? Mate, if we had Reece James, I'd be happy with that. I'd be happy with a Reece James. I can't lie. Luke, name a Brighton player for an edit. Dennis Undav. Gotta go with Dennis Undav. What else are you guys saying before we move on to whatever else we move on to? Guys, I'm going to put a link on in a minute as well, and see who else wants to join and have their say in some of the things. Is it too early for Cucurella? Is it too early for Cucurella to leave? He's only had 1 season, says Fraser. What do you think, Harry?
I've got to say, I think I totally agree with what Fraser's saying there. I think it is only one. I think it is very, very early for him to be leaving and thinking of even leaving us, because he's forgetting that we gave him the platform that we've given him now, and it's almost like because he's improved so much. I think that he's got to move with the times, if you see what I mean, and everything. So. And if he's a top 6 quality player and a top 6 club want him, then he's going to go to a top 6 club. It's just simple as really. But we can't let him leave, and we have got to stand firm in the face of all of these clubs that want him.
100 million%. Ashley just said Colwell is 19. 19. Now, if he is a decent player already at 19 years of age, Cucurella's just turned 24 recently. Ooh, and well, a 19-year-old. What is he? Is he a centre back? Is he a left back? Is he a right back? What part of defence does he play in? If it was a left back, I'm telling you now, I wouldn't mind too much actually if Chelsea came and gave us like 20 mil and then we got like Colwell with it. I don't know. I don't know what his net worth is. I don't really know much about it. But yeah, listen, we got big Manchester United coming up. It's massive. It's the first game of the Premier League season. Now, I'm really happy personally that we got the 5-1 in the end against Espanyol, because it's nice to see some players score at the same time. But yeah, listen, what's going to happen? Harry, can you give us an early prediction on what you think the scores are going to be?
I'm going to
really thought of it.
I have thought of it, and I think that Manchester United are going to come out as a completely different team under Ten Hag, and I've thought that for a long time, because this manager doesn't take any slack. He basically wants his players to perform at a level, and if they're not performing at the level that he wants, then they're out of the team. It's kind of simple as that. So he'll need them to be performing at a consistent level every week, and Man U will be desperate for revenge on that 4-0 that we gave them. So, you know, I think that Man U probably will be out for revenge that game. So we've got to be aware for that. And I think, but I'm going to go for a draw. I think I'm going to go for a solid 1-1 draw. I think it'll be a close game. Home advantage for Man United, but you know, we'll just wait and see.
Yeah, and I completely agree. A 1-1 is a safe bet. It's not being too cocky. But at the same time, it's I think a 1-1, it's possible. It all depends, and it's really difficult. It's always difficult. The first start of the season, the very first game, when teams have made new signings and there's been new managers, and there's been a lot that's happened with Manchester United, as there's been a lot happen with Brighton with no Basuma now, and possibly no Cucurella for Manchester United as well. Of course, with the Chelsea issue going around. But yeah, the thing is as well, I feel a little bit frustrated with the transfer window with us, because yes, it's average, it's okay. We've brought Dennis and Undav back. We've got Mitoma. We've got Julio and Ciso, which we've signed. These are decent signings for the future. But right now, if we're going to get rid of Cucurella and we're going to get rid of Basuma, which we've already done, is there that key player that's good now to get us through to the next season, to keep us in the top 10? The problem is with it, it's really difficult, because I personally think we do have quite a bit of money over from Ben White, over from Basuma. I definitely don't think we're low on money, so I don't really understand why we haven't bought anyone like really interesting. I mean, Julio and Ciso, it's only 10 mil. Do you know what I mean, Harry? Who would you buy? Like, who would you buy right now? Who would you buy right now if you could?
The one that I've
really improve.
I've been mentioning for a long time, and I would love to see Brighton sign him, is Ivan Toney. I have stuck by that for a couple of seasons now, and because I think with all the money that we've got, if we could put an offer about 30 million to Brentford, I think it'd be accepted and we could actually get him. And he is that striker that's consistent, and we need him up front also, because Neil Maupay, don't forget, used to be at Brentford, former teammates. So it'd be very, very interesting to see how we did at Brighton, and then with Dennis Undav there as when Danny Welbeck, then we could go from having no strikers at all to having too many strikers. But I think we might have to have that sort of Basuma to replace someone to replace Basuma, basically. But we've been looking at plenty of players. I've seen that we've been looking at this new Malian player called, I think his name was Mohamed Kamara. I think
Kamara, yeah. I mean, it's a difficult one as well. And the other problem is, if we get rid of Neil Maupay, what if Welbeck, because he's got major injury problems, he's always getting injuries and things like that. What if he gets injured? We're relying on one striker only, and that's Dennis Undav. And then we might have to resort on bringing Trossard into striking position. And I don't really, really want to do that. Now, a lot of people will think, yeah, put Trossard in striking position. He's way good enough for it. But then I'm like, then we're missing out on a really good winger. Because I think Trossard's crossing and Trossard's skills and things, he's going to get us goals anyway in the wing. So it's almost like having a third striker with Trossard, because he's so good at striking anyway. I don't really want to have to put Trossard in there with Dennis Undav when Danny Welbeck is injured and Neil Maupay's gone, because I like having Trossard on the left or whatever, Trossard on the wing. I like having, Maupay and Dennis Undav there, because then it feels like you've got three strikers. Because with Solly March, look, I talk about Solly March a lot, because I really do not believe in him to get us the goals or get us the assists. And that is why I think to have Trossard there and Mitoma there, and we have Julio and Ciso now as a winger, in our club, it's good because I feel like they're replacements for Solly March. Now, if obviously we get rid of Neil Maupay and Danny Welbeck goes on injury, then we're going to have to put like Trossard up front with Dennis Undav if we're going for 2 strikers. Then we're going to have to put Solly March on the wing again. And I just don't think Solly March is good enough, you know? I don't know. What do you think? Is Solly March good enough for the first squad? Let me know in the comments, and Harry, let me know. What do you think? Is he good enough, really?
He scored in pre-season against Reading, didn't he? So I think he is a good player, but I think ever since that Kaoru Mitoma's come in, I think he could potentially be the downfall of Solly March, because I think he's actually been brilliant since he's come in, and he's been. But the thing is that Mitoma has, which Solly March doesn't. Mitoma kind of has that skill when he gets into the box. Solly March doesn't have that, in my opinion. And he almost rushes things when he gets into the box. But Mitoma is absolutely incredible. And as soon as he gets into the box, he's just looking for that pass constantly. He's looking for that end product for someone to put it into the back of the net. Solly March doesn't do that. He almost passes it to the edge of the box for someone to shoot. And that's not what we want. We need someone in the box shooting. And that's another problem for another day, really. The shooting type side of things.
There's a few things we can definitely get better on. And like Ashley just said here, he's got the number 7 shirt, so I don't think he's going anywhere anytime soon. And that's the other thing I thought as well. You know, he's got that number 7 shirt now, so I think they somehow Potter's still trusting him. I'm not sure if I agree.
I think that's only for pre-season, though. I think that's only for pre-season. Yeah, I think it probably will be. Yeah. I don't think that'll be permanent. I think he'll go back to his number 20 shirt, because I've seen Mitoma's gone for. I think he's number 22, Mitoma, because I've seen it on the squad shoot. So, and that I would assume that'll be their final squad numbers for the season that's coming up. So, just have to wait and see. But he's definitely not good enough for a number 7. We should give the number 7. We should give the number 7 shirt to Dennis Undav, in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely, Dennis, absolutely. Right. So, what I'm going to do now then is I'm going to allow people to join. Now, I just want to say before I put the link in the comment section for you guys to join, obviously make sure you sort of know what you're talking about with Brighton at the same time. Just make sure you're family friendly as well. Just want to say that, because we do not agree with swearing or anything like that. But yeah, we're going to put the link in right now. I'm going to spam it in there a couple of times and allow people to join when they want to. Let me just go through, Harry, because you sent me a really good list of things to talk about, and I'm going to quickly go through some of it. Yeah, so obviously, do you think that Moses Caicedo is a good replacement for Bissouma? Do you think that basically my thoughts are I actually don't think it is the biggest hit that people are thinking. I think Cucurella is going to be a bigger hit than Bissouma, in my opinion, because our left back area, our defense area, we haven't got that many people to back ourselves on. When it comes to midfield, we've got loads now. We've got so many people, endless. We've got Gross for another 2 years now. He's just signed as well. So I think when it comes to Bissouma, we have Moises Caicedo. So in my opinion, do you think he's going to be as good as Bissouma? Do you think, Harry, he'll be as good as him?
I think he will be in given years to come, because obviously that we had a bit of an insight of him in towards the back end of last season, and he looked like a great player playing alongside Bissouma. And I think to Moises Caicedo, I think Yves Bissouma was a little bit of a father figure because he was that much older. But also with Moises Caicedo, we could have a lot more years, because he's a lot of a younger player and he could develop into an absolute beast in years to come if he continues in the form that he's in. He's an absolutely brilliant talent, and I think that we should be looking to keep him in that midfield and cement his position in the squad, because I think we're going to need him. I think he's a great player, and I think at the moment, as it stands, I think he's very, very underrated. I think he's a great player.
Yeah. No, definitely, 100% agree with that. I think Moises is Bissouma's here. I think Moises is here. He's not that far away from getting into the same level, in my opinion. But yeah, listen, we've kind of touched bases on the Cucurella talk with Chelsea. But do you think that Cucurella will play for Manchester United? Yes or no?
Yes, I think he will. I'm gonna go bold, and I think he'll stay with us for another season. I kind of put the kiss of death on it because I put him on my home shirt, so he needs to play for my sake.
No.
So if he leaves, I'm literally probably going to be buggered. But I don't think he will leave. I think it will be absolutely fine. I think he'll stay with us for another season, and then I think he probably will decide to leave after that. And I think because I think it's good to think he'll stay with us for this season. But I think if any fan thinks that he's going to stay with us for any longer than this season coming up, I think it's sort of wishful thinking, because he's going to get snapped up by another club, because obviously Chelsea have been interested in him today, and then I've also heard that Barcelona are interested. So
yeah, I heard that. Now, I heard about Barcelona, but where are they getting this money from? Where on earth are Barcelona getting this money from? You got Lewandowski, you got all these players. Aubameyang didn't leave too long ago from Arsenal as well. They're massively in debt as well. I really don't understand. Apparently, chat. I know we're meant to be talking about Brighton, but apparently you can go and rent the Camp Nou stadium out to play football on. Like, you can do like 5-a-sides on there. You can book a wedding on that pitch now, because that's how desperate they are for money. So
future wedding. Maybe a future wedding venue.
I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining, but it just says a lot about the club, and it says a lot of how much money they have. But guys, I did put the link in. Did you guys get the link? I can put it a couple of times in, because I saw a few people said they were going to join, but I did put the link in. I think that it did work. Yeah, Harry, I'm going to let you ask any questions now. What do you want to talk about? As I sort of touched bases on Cucurella and the Espanyol game.
I think it's generally the South American players that we have. Like Moises Caicedo, Jeremy Sarmiento. What do you think, Luke's going to be the case this upcoming season with Jeremy Sarmiento? And do you think he's going to feature in a lot of the games that we have?
Now, obviously, this is good. This is good question here, Harry, actually, because looking back at the Espanyol game, when he came on the pitch, what was it? It was like the 60th minute or 70th minute?
Something like that.
I thought he was incredibly pacey, and I also thought he's improved massively since he played against West Ham. He got the injury against West Ham, didn't he?
He did.
Yeah, so I personally thought, seeing him live that day in the Espanyol game, I thought that he's improved massively even since West Ham. And I thought he was good in West Ham, but I thought his pace and his skills were even better. I think he could be one of the quickest players in our squad. But just looking at him go like that, he looked really, really pacey. Do you think that there is a spot for Sarmiento, though?
Definitely. I think that there is. It's just such a pity last season, because I think he could have been a great player if he'd had that consistent game time. Because obviously he got injured at West Ham, didn't he? And there was like only 13 minutes that had been played, and then he had to be taken off injured. But it's just so unfortunate to him. But he came back and he made appearances but towards the back end of last season against Southampton, I think 2 other teams as well. So because he was absolutely brilliant, and I think he's going to shine this season, I think, in my opinion, because if what we saw against him when we saw the Espanyol game, if that's anything to go by, I think he could be a cracking little player this season coming up. Actually, he's definitely he's got it in the locker. He's got it in the locker. Definitely has got it in the locker if he puts his mind to it.
This could be a little interesting one. We won't go for defenders. We won't talk about defenders, but who would you put in midfield and striking position, Harry? Who would you put in there then?
Midfield.
We've got a lot of players in midfield now. So who would you put in midfield area?
Midfield, I think we've just got. I think Gross. We've got to put Gross in the midfield, because I think he was brilliant towards the back end of last season, and he's been so consistent. I thought he had a bit of a rough phase last season, but towards the back end of last season, he scored goals against Man U and West Ham, and then he proved his class in that game and why he should be included every week in the squad. And then I also think Moises Caicedo's got to be included in there somewhere as well. And then also, I'm looking forward to also seeing Jakob Moder come back when he's available again, because he was meant to come back, and then obviously his rehabilitation's got a setback again. He's not going to be able to feature for the World Cup for Poland this upcoming year, unfortunately. So that's really unfortunate for him. But I got him on my away shirt. If you can have a look, it's just here.
Big up. I love all the shirts there, Harry. It's really, really nice to see.
Yeah,
really, really nice to see. Actually, just a quick one that the chat can get involved in. What do you think's better, chat? Do you think the orangey new away kit, or do you think the Hyper Turk kit? Turquoise.
I'll just go and get my other one, so I'll show the viewers.
Go for it. POFD. Do I have to show my face when I talk? No, you do not have to show your face if you want to join. Absolutely not. Did the link work, guys? I did put the link in the chat. Put the link in the chat, so you can click and join anytime.
Yeah, there it is.
But yes, hey, there we go. Yeah, lovely. Yeah, look, just to quickly say about, of course, oh my God, Modder. We haven't, it's mad. It's almost like with all these midfielders that we have now, it's almost like Modder's sort of not meaning to be, but he's sort of come out of the question a little bit now. And do you think that he could put? Do you think he could get back in the starting 11? Is what I'm trying to say. Do you think that Jakob Modder can get back in there? It's really hard, isn't it? Because Gross has signed another 2 years, and we didn't think he would, but he did. So, what's going to happen with Jakob Modder now? We've got Moises Caicedo, we've got Julio Enciso now.
Yeah, Steven Alzate. That's another one. That's another that we haven't mentioned.
To be fair to him, I've never been a massive fan of Alzate. I know he came from the under 23s with oh my God, Connolly. And I never really was a massive fan of him. I didn't think he did a whole lot, but looking at him in the pre-seasons, I thought he was super good. Like, I thought he was pretty good. But I still think he's a very good super sub to have. I don't think he will go above, Moises Caicedo or anyone like that. I mean,
got a questionable haircut though, isn't he?
Yeah. I quite like it, to be fair. I didn't recognize him when I first saw it in Reading. I was like,
no, I keep getting confused. I keep getting him and Julio confused because they've got the exact same hairstyle.
Yeah, I was like, who is this on the pitch? No link in the chat. Well, that's weird. I did put a link in the chat. That's
very weird.
That is odd. That is very odd. Hold on. Share. If you want to talk about anything, Harry, whilst I'm trying to get this in.
Yeah, I will. Yeah. But no, I think Jakob Modder definitely does have a place in the starting 11 this upcoming season because he's proved his worth on so many occasions. But towards the back end of last season, it was just unfortunate when he got that injury against Norwich City, and I could tell because it happened right in front of me. He went down and it was just on his own, basically. And then I could tell that something wasn't right. But I've got so much belief in him. I think he can be a great player on his days. He's tall. He's got everything going for him. I think once he comes back, I think he'll be an absolute animal, actually. I think he'll be a really good player because he scored twice for us already. He scored in the League Cup against Cardiff, and he also scored in the winning goal in the FA Cup last season against West Bromwich Albion. So, he's definitely he has scored some crucial goals for us when it has mattered, obviously not in the most senior cup competitions, but he's proved that he's capable of playing in the Premier League and at a higher level, and I hope to see more of that next season because he's definitely capable of playing at that level as he's proved so before.
Yeah, and I totally agree with that. I totally agree with that. What I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to actually put it in the chat this way. Yeah, Karen, Harry, anything you want to talk about? I'm sorry about this, guys. I'm trying to get this done.
I think also the other one, what do you think the score prediction is going to be for the game on Sunday, Luke? I'm pretty sure, as I said, 1-1, but I'm pretty sure because you're going to the game, aren't you? So
yeah,
we'll have to wait and see. But I'm
going to be there. And the thing is, as well, it all depends again. If Cucurella plays, then I think obviously we'll be in a massive advantage. But then again, will he be at his best if he does play? We don't really know what's going to happen with Cucurella. I'm gonna say that Cucurella isn't going to play. Again, it's really tough to make, but I'm probably going to go with the same as you, Harry, and say 1-1. I'm going to go with a Dennis Undav goal. I reckon he's going to score on his first Premier League debut. I reckon Dennis Undav's going to get it. Honestly. Yeah. But yeah, who to score? Maybe Martial. I don't know if Ronaldo's going to play again. If Ronaldo does play, I reckon it will be Ronaldo because he does love to score against us. But
he does, yeah.
Especially in Old Trafford.
Yeah, he did last season. Him and Bruno scored, didn't they?
Yeah.
Pretty sure both the goals. But what do you think about the Maupay and Undav combination? I think that could actually be quite evident on Sunday. I think we could actually see it.
Yeah, no, definitely. To be honest with you, I hope that Neil Maupay does play because I don't know, because I was watching him in the preseason friendlies, and I was thinking, I was trying to equal him up against Dennis Undav, and personally, people were saying like Dennis Undav was like a 2.0 Neil Maupay, but at the same time, I was watching Neil Maupay play. He looks a lot quicker and a lot more agile, and they are the same height, same age.
Dennis Undav is a lot bulkier, I think, than Neil Maupay is. Neil Maupay is a lot smaller, and I think he's also, with that, as you say, I think he's a lot quicker. But but obviously, if he's got a bulkier figure, Dennis Undav, then he's going to be a little bit slower and a little bit. But I was impressed with when I saw him at Fulham. I thought he didn't do much. I didn't think, but it was only a pre-season game, so you can't really go on that. But I think he will be good for us this season, and I think he could potentially be our top scorer this season. What are your thoughts for our top scorer and who it could be this season?
Well, personally, because we only really, I don't think it'll be Welbeck because he has a massive injury prone. He's got, he's very injury prone. So, in my opinion, if it was going to be anyone, if Neil Maupay stays, I love Neil Maupay. I think he's so good and he's so aggressive and he brings a lot to the team that we have quite a lot of plastic players. I feel I do feel there's not. I don't want to say the word, but I don't want to say the word. I don't really know how to say it differently, but he's a very good at winding up the opposition, very good at making strong tackles at his height. But personally, it all depends if Neil Maupay will stay, but I'm going to have to say Dennis Undav because I'm not sure if Neil Maupay will stay. I'm hoping what I want is Ivan Toney. Like you said, I would love an Ivan Toney in the club, in my opinion, but I don't see us buying a striker, unfortunately, but I think hopefully if Neil Maupay does leave, if Neil Maupay leaves, then that might urge them to get a backup striker or get another striker if he does. But if he doesn't leave, I don't think they will. But if he does leave, I don't know. Will they get another striker?
Well, I think that they will. I think that they will. I'm pretty sure. I don't think it'll be a Premiership striker. I think they probably will look abroad again. I think also if Neil Maupay leaves, I think I could actually potentially see Simon Adingra coming back off of loan because he's actually he's having a stonking season at the moment I think he's over at Jalossi, and then he scored a goal the other night that was really, really good. And I definitely think that he has a place in the squad if he came back to Brighton. And I think they're almost there as a feeder club, Jalossi, in case we do lose those crucial players that we do have.
100%.
And then we can bring those players back over to our club if we need them, as and when we need them, if a player leaves or departs. But we'll have to wait and see, won't we?
Yeah, as I say, Bruno in the chat says Undav for me. Let's see what other people are saying. I do want to read and keep up with this. Undav is more of a poacher, says Ashley. Oh, guys, I did put the link in. I don't know if that works. I did it manually. I put the link in manually, so hopefully that'll work. I'm going Trossard for the top scorer, says Ashley. Ooh.
No, I was just thinking that actually. I actually agree with what Ashley's saying. I think that is a good shout, actually. I think Trossard could be top scorer this upcoming season because he's looked on fire in pre-season, in my opinion.
Unbelievable.
I basically think that game against Espanyol was just a Trossard masterclass. It basically was. It was a Trossard masterclass. It really was. I think it was.
Totally beautiful to watch. Beautiful to watch. And that's the striker that we want to be seeing from Undav. I know that Undav didn't really get that much time. But then again, he hasn't, he's had a couple of games now and he's only scored one. Neil Maupay scored two. So it's not really what you want to see, especially pre-season friendly. You're playing against teams that you should be scoring a lot. Being Brighton, you're playing teams that are not as good as you. But just going on to Trossard only has 1 year left on his contract. Oh,
Tony Bloom, you know what to do.
Yeah, exactly. Tony Bloom, you know what to do. Hopefully, we will be signing him again. But yeah, at one point, Barcelona are in talks, weren't they? At one point, Barcelona are in talks with having Leandro Trossard, but for 30 mil. But I don't know if that will happen now.
He's not worth. He's worth I'd probably say 3 times that. I think he's worth probably about 90 million. In my
90 million.
I think that might be a bit overstated, but I think he could be worth about maybe 50, 60 million, maybe 2 times, maybe not 3 times.
I don't know. But it all depends on how he plays this season. But I reckon he's going to stay. I don't think he'll go. Arthur, he's in talks with a new one. Let me just move on to that one. I reckon Brighton should get Ronaldo for Kitman. No. Personally, look, Ronaldo. No one's wanted him. I mean, we'll have him, won't we, Harry? We'll have Cristiano
we'd have him
in our squad.
We would.
Day of the week.
Yeah, we probably wouldn't have any other players because he takes so much of the wage bill up. But
he's not a striker.
Oh, is he not?
Adringa, is he not?
I thought he was.
Yeah, is he like an attacking midfielder then?
He must be, but
could be. Yeah,
but nevertheless, he's looked a stonking player, and I think if he did come back off of loan, he would fit into our squads really, really well.
Yeah, guys. I don't know what's happening with this link. I've literally done it on my phone. I've done it on my PC. I've done it by the StreamYard chat as well. I've tried to get the link in. Harry, do you still have that link on your phone?
I do have the link on my phone. Yes.
Could
Do you want me
try and put it in the chat?
I can
if
do.
that
Yeah.
works?
I might actually be able to. No, I have to get Instagram, won't I? But yeah. Okay, I've got it up here.
Yeah. If you go on your phone on YouTube and try and put it in the chat there, maybe.
Yeah, let's have a look. Let's screenshot it and then I might do it be able to do it that way. All right, yeah, I'll try and do it for you, mate. So sort it out. So
what happened to Trossard to Spurs? I don't know anything about Trossard to Spurs. I didn't know anything about that. No, I've not heard anything about that.
I can't see Trossard going anywhere, if I'm being honest. I think he's actually been quite loyal towards us, I think, since we've had him. And he's not actually, he's been one of the players that I've rated since he's come to the club personally. I think he's been a brilliant player for us. And he's one that's kept out of any trouble if there's been any around the club. And he's just generally a really, really good guy, I think.
Yes, I totally agree. Fraser says that I don't think Harry can put it into the chat. He needs to be mod. But don't worry, Harry. If you put it in the chat anyway, I'll make you mod.
Okay.
And then, well, actually, yeah. If Harry puts it in anyway, Fraser, you can spam it in the chat a bit as well, and it'll work like that anyway. But I'll make you mod anyway, Harry. Just anyway.
Okay. Cheers,
there was no truth in those rumors, says Ashley there.
That was
give Harry. Yeah, I was going to say. I'll do
personally.
that.
I think if there's any transfer rumors, like I think even the Cucurella to Barcelona one, or there's been loads recently, and I just take them with a pinch of salt because there was also one that said Nuno Tavares was coming to us, but he's turned out that he's going to Marseille, so that was kind of an absolute swizz, that transfer rumor.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, and as I say, it's I thought I'll do the first episode on this game being the Union game. Obviously, it's going to be a lot more interesting when we get to the Premier League and we do one for the Manchester United game, because obviously Manchester United is Manchester United, and it's going to be a great game to talk about after. But yeah, no, it's going to be really, really interesting. Hopefully, Brighton will get a point at least out of Man United. I mean, of course, Manchester United is Manchester United at the end of the day, so we're just going to have to hope and pray to get a lucky goal or even start quick or anything like that. But I don't feel in the pre-seasons that we started that well. I don't think we've been quick to start that aggressively. I think it's taken us time, especially in the Espanyol one. I felt like we took a good 10, 20 minutes to get into the actual match. But let's see what you guys are saying here. Trossard scored a hat-trick from left wing-back, which just shows how important he is and how good he is, says Ashley. Yeah, I agree. Absolutely agree. The cuckoo to Barcelona was a joke, apparently. Hopefully, I can see you in the United game, says Bruno. Absolutely.
Link should be in the chat now. I've just put it in. It's not actually come up as a link that's there, but if anyone puts that into their search engine, they should be able to join the StreamYard thing.
Hopefully. I'm hoping so. Yeah, as I say, guys, this is a bit of a, the first episode we've ever done on this is going to be a little bit experimental, and we're gonna have a lot more things to say and properly do it for next time. But I think it was good to just sort of have a chat about Brighton and see how it all goes. Harry, I'm not seeing it in the chat at all.
Does it not come up? That's weird.
So weird.
No, put it in there.
Is there like something? Is there like a problem with like links or some links to put in there or something? I don't know.
I thought that, unless it could be one that I was thinking, and there is another way that I could do it. I'm gonna try. I don't know if it'll let me come off the stream on my computer. Copy. Let's have a look. Let's have a look if it works. Yeah, okay. Let's me. Right, and then I'll copy and paste it into the YouTube, and then I'll see if that works instead. Because there's a couple of ways it could potentially work.
Yeah, that's another thing. I don't know. Bruno says Trossard left wing back could work. I don't know. I always want to keep Trossard up there as being a bit of a goal scorer than more of a defense player. I don't think he's got the physicality to really go there, to be honest.
He's a poacher, Trossard. He needs to be up there all the time, in my opinion. He can't be. It's just come up on here that Newcastle made a 50 million bid for Reece James.
Put it in the description. Could try. Good try.
Yeah.
Dom.
Let's have a look.
We're gonna try and get some people on here, guys. Keep with us. Stay here.
We will.
Enjoy ourselves. We're trying what we can do.
Trying to
Really,
sort
on this.
something out. Right. I can actually subscribe to you on here as well. I didn't even realise that's criminal.
Put the link in the comments of his Luke's last vid. Oh no. Any ideas as replacements for Cuckoo?
I don't know. It is a tough one, that one. I think there's definitely a lot of players that you could say.
Is Alex Telles? I don't know. Alex Telles? Is he playing much for Man United these days? They got Luke Shaw, Alex Telles. Will we have enough for him? That's just one that's come up to mind. I don't know. Alex Telles? Is he playing much for Man United these days? Have you got the Shaw, Alex Telles? Will we have enough for him? Harry, have you got the thing on? That's just one because we can hear the playback on. Yeah.
That was it. Yeah. Just turned it off. I've just tried to put it in the chat once and then now just come back.
Appreciate it, Ryan. Appreciate it, mate. We're trying to hold on. What's Fraser saying here? Luke, put it into the Instagram group chat. I'll put it onto the chat. All right, mate. I'll do that. I shall do that. There we go. I've done it. Fraser, I've put it on there, mate. Yeah, listen, I really appreciate 14, 15 of you coming out here. Obviously, it is all for Brighton, so I was only expecting Brighton fans to come out on this one today. But yeah, as we say, we're going to try and get more people on, and then we can carry on bigger conversations about bigger things. Tellez is rubbish as Ashley. I know he's not. The thing is, though, he's not really had much game time, to be quite honest with you. But it's a replacement, isn't it? I mean, who else is there? Who else is going to let go of their left back? Like, no one.
I mean, but I think Tellez probably would leave Man United, and I think he probably would be a free agent. He's good. Angelino, yeah, that's another good one. I think Angelino is definitely a good shout. Yeah, because he's from RB Leipzig, and he's probably a bit more of a realistic one because Angelino used to be at Manchester City, I think, up to a couple of seasons ago. Then he went to Leipzig after that. But yeah, Levi Colwell, that's another good one. Ashley.
Yeah, Ashley is talking about Levi. Yeah, Ashley is talking about Levi.
Yeah, and it obviously if we know that we can
put it in. Ooh, hold on.
Good. Okay, good.
Hold on. Fraser. Let me pin this message. Whack it in a good few times, Fraser. That'd be amazing, mate. Whack it in a good few times. That'd be really good if you could do that. But guys, I've just pinned the comment. I've pinned it. I've pinned that link. Now, hopefully that will work. And you guys can join in and talk and have your saying things as well. Tell us the rubbish. Too expensive, says after the gamer. Too expensive. Being linked with us. Yeah, listen, I don't know. Who would be a good one? We've got Martin. Let's see what he's saying. Yo, Martin, what are you saying? And he's left. And he's gone. Okay. Martin's not saying much. Right, guys, the link should be in there now, so you can join. Away. Actually, you seem to be a good talker about Brighton. It'd be good to have you on. Tellez is a donkey. Is a donkey in defence. Is Ashley there firing hits at the Brazilian left back? Harry, is there anything else you wanted to mention or anything on that list that you said?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there was a couple of things actually. I'll just look at it now.
I can't join. Sorry, says William. No worries, mate.
Memo? Yeah, because there was a couple of things I think that I put on.
I was going to join, but my phone is on 8%. I'll get my laptop. All right, Bruno. All right. Good stuff.
Let's have a look.
Yeah.
I texted it to you, didn't I? That thingy that I was going to.
Yeah. As I say, guys, the problem is as well is I'll come off this side stream. I would want to say I'll think of stuff to say, and I'll be like, I can't believe I didn't say that. So
yeah, I think it was all things that we've covered. Actually, the things that are on that list.
I mean, we have covered it. We've covered it quite quickly, and I think anyway, what our plan was, guys. Anyway, our plan was to talk about the things that we were going to talk about, and then get people on. To sort of have their say in different things or what their score prediction is going to be for Man United and what they thought of the Espanyol game. So That is what we're going to be doing. So basically, me and Harry are going to talk for about 30 minutes next time, not 55, because we've been talking 55 minutes.
Yeah.
We want to do it for about 20 to 30 minutes, talking about what we said we were going to talk about, and then we're going to get people on. So this is why now we finally got the link in the chat, and we can finally get people coming on to talk a little bit more about it as we do it.
Well,
but yeah, as I was just going to say quickly, we're probably only going to go live for another half an hour, I would say, just to make it not that long, not too long for people.
No.
Of course.
But I guess while we're waiting for someone to join, I've got a little thing that was on here. I mean, I spoke about it a little bit earlier, but we can speak about it a little bit more in depthly. The Maupay and Undav combination up front this season, and I think how it could pose for defences up and down the country for all the different teams. I think. How many goals could you maybe see them scoring between them this season?
A lot, and that's the whole reason why I want Maupay to stay and not go. I really don't think 15 mil is worth anything. Like, do you like, who thinks they're gonna, unless it's Julio Enciso, another absolute legend youngster, but I even think he's still a bit young and a bit dodgy. You know, you still want that Premier League guy, you know, because Neil Maupay's had a couple of years in the Premier League. He is a Premier League standard player now. Like, you can't say he isn't, because you know, I still don't think he's Championship. I still think he could be good in like a Forest, like Nottingham Forest, who are still Premier League now, so, or like a Bournemouth or something.
But do you think maybe Neil Maupay maybe has a bit of an attitude problem, because he has walked off the pitch a couple of times this season and not acknowledged the fans? I think he did it once in pre-season, and he also did it at Leeds away last season, I'm pretty sure. And all the fans were criticising him for it. But what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, he had a couple of issues last season, as I say, but he also did go through quite a lot of mental health problems as well, as a few of you probably might know. And he was very low on confidence, and we all knew that as well, especially the penalty miss on Burnley, and that's when it all sort of started with him. And that's straight after that Burnley game that he missed that penalty on, and he wasn't too good. He wasn't played for a while after that. But yeah, personally with Neil Maupay, I don't know. I have a couple of mates that show me pictures of Neil Maupay taking pictures of them recently after the Espanyol game and things like that when he came out, and he looked happy. He had the biggest smile on his face than every other Brighton player that I've seen my mate take pictures with. So personally, I don't know. I think Neil Maupay, I think as well, talking about last season, it's quite a while ago that sort of spell that we had happen. It was like last winter time, wasn't it? So in my opinion, you've got to give people the benefit of the doubt. We are Brighton in the end of the day. We're not going to have people like Erling Haaland up front, and we've got to work with who we've got to work with. And if we just get rid of him 15 mil, we already have money to buy someone decent. If we get rid of Neil Maupay and they don't buy anyone, then I'd rather have Neil Maupay than have no one, basically, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. I think that definitely is the case, and I think that Neil Maupay will score a couple of goals this season. Him and Dennis Undav combining in their inaugural season up front together. I definitely think that they could cause problems up front because they have that sort of they look very, very similar. I noticed that as well when we've seen each other. So, and I think that 100%. I think it will take a little bit of time for Dennis Undav to be able to adapt to the Premier League, but I'm pretty sure he will do it. And when he does, I'm pretty sure he'll be like that player. He's reminding me. He's given me kind of vibes early on when I've seen him of Alexander Mitrovic. He reminds me a bit of him.
I know what you mean.
Yeah,
haircut,
the way that he looks. Yeah,
built and all that. Yeah, I definitely understand that. Yeah. Right, Ethan is wanting to come on, so I'm just going to get him on quickly, see what he's saying. Yo, Ethan, what are you saying, buddy? I think he's got himself on mute. I think I see the mute button there.
There's a mute button on the bottom, Ethan. You should be able to unmute yourself. I'm pretty sure that's the way.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. There he is.
Hello, Ethan. All right.
What are you saying, Ethan? What do you think of the Espanyol game?
Yeah.
Ethan.
Hello.
What are you saying about the Espanyol game, Ethan?
A great game.
It is working. Yeah, should be working.
Yeah,
Ethan.
it's all working. It's all good.
It's all good. Yep. Then should be a camera button as well, but I see whether you turn on the camera or not. But...
Yeah, it doesn't matter about the camera. No. Camera's all good if people don't have to put the camera on. But what are your thoughts, Ethan, on the 5-1 game against Espanyol. What are you saying? Can you hear us,
He's the
Ethan?
best player in the world.
Who's the best player in the world?
Trossard.
Yeah. Do you think he'll be deadly against Manchester United?
He'll score a hat-trick.
He's going to score another hat trick.
Yeah.
Big shout here from Ethan. Big shout here from Ethan.
Yeah, it's big things, big things. Score predictions for Manchester United, Ethan. What are you saying?
1-0 to Brighton. 3-0 to Brighton because Trossard will score 3.
You think he's going to score a hat trick? You think he's going to be deadly? What are your thoughts on the Espanyol game? Do you think that we played well? Do you think that we were? Do you think we could have scored more goals?
We should have scored more, but we were a bit sloppy for the goal we conceded, I think.
Where are you from,
goal we
Ethan? Out of
conceded.
interest.
Ireland.
You're from Ireland, so we have a Brighton fan from Ireland. How long have you been supporting Brighton? I think it might be the connection. Yeah, I'm
connection.
not. I'll be quite honest with you. I had no idea what was going on right there.
No,
idea
but you
what
heard
was
it.
going on right there.
You heard it at first. Seagulls have gone international. We're now supporting Ireland on LiNX.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We're getting out here. We're getting out here. To be fair to you, yeah, Trossard another hat trick for the Manchester United 3-0, says Ethan there. Luke, I'll come on in a minute. Well, yeah, POFD, you can come on if you want. Obviously, we're going to be talking about Brighton, so
Right.
only come on if you sort of know what to say about Brighton, then Tottenham, obviously. But
Yeah.
yes, William, it'd be good to get you on or others on. So make sure to click that link that is pinned. I believe it is still pinned. Yeah, Fraser, if you want to put the link on the group chat. Well, sorry, if you want to put the link in the comments again for people to get the options to join, that would be good. Trossard over Messi. At least Trossard doesn't play in the Farmers League, says Fraser, the God.
But while we're waiting, Luke, I think I want to ask you another question about Robert Sanchez this time. I'm pretty sure.
Go for it.
Do you think that he's got that number 1 jersey in goal for Brighton cemented down, and you think he will consistently be the number 1 goalkeeper?
Yeah. Now, yeah, the thing is with Robert Sanchez, he's still a very young goalkeeper. So, well, in the world of goalkeeping, he's still quite a young goalkeeper. So I think he has a lot to improve on. But I watched, I don't know if anyone else has seen this, but on the old Brighton YouTube channel, they recently did an interview with him, and they were showing bits of his training in the training ground, and they were showing other bits and bobs that he was doing, and he looked really solid. And I think he's sort of turned into this role model goalkeeper for Brighton now. Like, and I personally do rate Sanchez. I just thought he made a few mistakes last season. You know, Liverpool taking Luis Diaz out and doing a bit of a wrong position. He came out for the Brighton versus Tottenham game. He sort of half came out of his area, didn't he? Sort of half came out, and then he
Harry
regretted
Kane
it.
was straight in, yeah.
And then Harry Kane just blasted it past him. So, I mean, obviously we'll have to see what he does. And of course, when we played that Portuguese team, he did that absolute bluffer. He did almost that scissor kick, just sliced the ball and it went back, and then it ended up scoring.
Completely missed it.
Yeah, so there is little things that Sanchez definitely needs to work on to get that really good goalkeeper.
No.
And then,
I think something he has got nailed on is his distribution. I'm pretty sure that's something, because I think in the Premier League games, some of his passes that he spotted. I mean, when Trossard scored against Liverpool, he played a big part in that goal because he did a really good through ball to Trossard, Cucurella, and then I think he passed it into Trossard, then he scored. And also that ball in the Man United game to Cucurella, who passed it into Gross, and then he scored as a result of that. So he's got that down.
Yeah, there's definitely things that Sanchez needs to work on, but at the same time, like now looking at obviously Basuma and now Cucurella, I'll get you in, Jack, in a minute, mate. As you're looking to come on, but Yeah, no, with Sanchez, it's an interesting one. He's not really good where big clubs are looking to buy him as a goalkeeper and everything like that. But anyway, look, there's Jack and Ashley wanting to come on now, so we'll get both of them on at the same time. Why not? We'll get both of them on at the same time. Yo, Jack and Ashley, how we doing?
Hello, mate.
I'm all good, guys. Right, Jack, what do you think? First of all, you can lead us off. What do you think of that Espanyol game?
I think it was good. It was good taste. Very good intensity of the game.
Yeah.
Some
Obviously,
really good
Trossard
things
getting the hat trick. Do you think Trossard's going to be good against Manchester United?
He's magical. That
Yeah.
skill on the second
he
goal,
is.
it's just incredible. Be like 3 players, boom. He's going to go to the World Cup this
100%.
year.
Yeah, I've enjoyed watching him. I think he's been a joy to watch, actually, and I think it's just onwards and upwards for him because he's on an upward trajectory, and I think the players that are around him. Also, don't forget, on his international squad, he's obviously in the Belgian squad, so he's got the likes of De Bruyne, Hazard playing with him, Fogden Hazard, Courtois. He's got all of them, and he probably sees them as role models.
Oh yeah.
There's definitely such good players, and he's probably aspiring to be like those players in a lot of aspects because they're definitely role models and they're definitely players to idolise for any footballer, really.
Yeah, definitely. And as I say, the Nations League was a great little. I know it was a bit of a useless thing, but I thought he played really, really well in there, and I thought it was a good experience from him. Ashley, what do you think about the Espanyol game? What are you saying?
I think it was good. However, people need to realise that and remember that it's still only pre-season.
Yeah.
And they're a mid-table Spanish league team, so
yeah, exactly.
As it was good, but you need to remember that it's different intensity and level to Premier League.
100%. No, I totally agree with that. And obviously, they didn't do too well anyway last season in
I think
the
they came
Liga, so
14th.
yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, as I say, in the Liga, that's I wouldn't even say that probably is. I would say that's like Huddersfield level or something.
It's bottom
Yeah.
half of the league.
Yeah, but I stick by what I said in my interview with you on Saturday. I think that they're kind of the Spanish equivalent of Norwich.
Yeah,
they would be like a yo-yo club that would go up and down in the leagues. Because I think they're probably too good for the Championship, but probably not good enough for the Premier League. But Jack, what do you think of the Espanyol game?
Wait, he sort of said it was good, didn't he? Sort of said it was good.
It was good.
Just going on quickly, I just want to get people on because there's also Bruno waiting to come on as well. Jack, what do you think these score predictions will be for the Manchester away game?
I'm going to go for 2-1 Brighton.
Also, you're positive.
Yeah.
Banging the goals.
Both of the goals.
Really, both of them. Trossard again.
Yeah.
Got to be relying on him.
Yeah, Trossard's definitely getting a lot of praise. I think. I think it's definitely
a very, very tough game, but because of the new manager and stuff.
Yeah, always will be. Yeah, Manchester away, always will be. Right, we've also got another person coming on. So, right, Jack, we are going to get Bruno on. So I really do appreciate you coming on, talking about Espanyol and obviously your score predictions on the Manchester United game. I really appreciate you coming on, mate.
Cheers. Thank you for having me.
See you in a bit, mate. See you in a bit.
No worries, Jack. That's all right. See you later, mate. Bye.
Ashley, what do you think the score prediction is going to be? And of course, who do you think is going to score?
Look, I don't want to be negative, but I think we're going to lose 2-1 because they've got the new manager effect. They've got superstar players. However, I don't think Ronaldo's going to play, because he's only played 45 minutes in pre-season. So I think that could be a positive for us. However, I think we're going to lose 2-1, and I think Trossard's going to score.
Yep.
But for United, I think Bruno Fernandes is going to get a brace.
Goal scorers for Brighton. Who do you think is going to score? Trossard again. Yeah, see, he's getting a lot of praise from a lot of people, to be fair. A lot of people are definitely praising Trossard. I think it's due. I think it is due. What are your thoughts on Sonny March, Ashley? Do you think he should be in our starting 11?
He's a tough one, but I think he's a good player for the bench to add a bit of creativity into like the dying 20, 30 minutes. Yeah. But for a starter, I just don't think he has the quality.
No.
And considering that we'll have Mitoma and all these other players that are just better than him, it's just a bit weird that he's been given the number 7 shirt, to be honest.
Yeah, it is a bit strange. Yeah, as I say, Harry thought that it might be just because it's pre-season. I mean,
No, it's been given as confirmed
Okay.
number, which is
Is
interesting. Yeah.
That's very
Oh,
interesting.
okay.
But
Yeah, as I say,
Nice.
what do you think? Neil Maupay stay? Go?
I think if we can get 15 million for him, considering he's only got 1 year left in his contract, I think we should take that.
Yeah.
And considering we could play Trossard up front and play, let's say, Mitoma left wing back or buy a new one. But I say, I mean, if he's gonna stay, I think he should play. But if he's not, then I say we buy a replacement. Let's say from abroad. We're looking at a guy from Salzburg, but we also face competition from United for him.
Yeah, is that Mohamed Kamara, Ashley?
No, he's a midfielder. So. But we are interested in him as well.
Yeah.
But the thing is, they want 30 million, and I don't think we're willing to pay that much for him.
No. I also saw we were interested in another player called, I think he was a free agent. This is another midfielder.
Grilic, or however you say it.
That's the one. Yeah, Grilic.
Yeah,
his agent's apparently a bit of a fraud, and he just keeps wanting upping the wages and stuff, and we can't. We just don't know what to do, to be honest.
No, and if they're playing hard to get, then there's no point in getting him, really, is there?
Probably not, to be honest.
No, that's my opinion.
You could probably buy someone for that position. You could also look at getting Conor Gallagher on loan. However, he played for Palace. I don't know whether he'd want to come. But,
I think anyway, when it comes to Gallagher, talking about Gallagher, I think anyway with him, the problem is because if he's, as I say, not only because it's Palace, but because he went on loan and he's gone back to Chelsea, do you think he's going to go on loan to Brighton, considering if he was going to go on loan again, it would be Palace, or he would just go to Palace? I don't know. It's an interesting one with Gallagher, but who would you look? Obviously, I personally think we still have a bit of money to spend. I think we have a bit of money.
I think we still got some of that white money and Basuma money.
Yeah,
and
that's the thing. Who would you buy, Ashley? You know, who would you buy?
I like Sergio Gomez. I think that's his name. Okay. Sergio Gomez from Anderlecht. I'm pretty sure he's a Spanish left back.
Yeah. Okay.
And he's only 20. He looks promising. And then obviously Levi Colwill. You know, I've been going on about him in the chat.
Yep.
But also, I've seen on Twitter, it could be a straight swap Cucurella for Levi Colwill and Armando Broja, which I wouldn't be against. It'll be interesting, as I say. Just to say quickly before we introduce Bruno to the stream, just to say quickly, do you think that Danny Ings could be a possibility still, or do you think no? I think he's past it, to be honest.
Yeah,
I think leaving Southampton was a mistake. For the high price tag, I think it was like 30 million. He hasn't really done much.
No, not a lot for Villa, not a lot. But anyway, Bruno, good to see you in the stream. How you doing, mate?
Yeah, good.
Good. What do you think of the Espanyol game? Good game?
Yeah, it's a pretty good game, to be fair.
Positivity,
They're not really that good, to be fair, but it's good for 5 goals. So.
Do you think it's positive going into the Manchester United game, though?
Yeah, it's a bit positive, even though Man United are way better than that side, so it's going to be a tough game. But
yeah. Do you think Cucurella will stay? Do you think he'll play for Manchester United or no?
No, I think he'll be gone by Saturday, to be fair.
Yeah.
I agree with Bruno on that.
I think I agree with that. I think that's a solid call, to be honest, but with going back to Conor Gallagher, I'm pretty sure that I think if we could get him in a swap deal for Marc Cucurella, I'm pretty sure that Brighton would actually take that. I think that would be a decent shout, to be honest.
Would midfield be?
I don't think our fans would be happy with that though.
Palace. And plus another midfielder. Do you think, especially with Gross another 2 years now, do you think another midfielder would?
I think Gross is good enough, to be fair.
Yeah, I think he is. He's been scoring, man. You can't really doubt people when they
and
score
and do so
everything.
So.
Him and Moises Caicedo. Kind of.
Bruno, we haven't asked you what your score predictions, what you think the score predictions will be for Manchester United. What do you think?
I'm gonna go 1-1.
Go 1-1, same as me and Harry, yeah.
Yeah, I reckon
goal scorers?
they'll take the lead, and then we'll just score like penalty or something.
Yeah, goal scorers for that game.
Undav, he'll score a penalty.
Yeah.
Bruno for them probably.
Yeah. Are you heading to that game? Or are you going to watch it on the TV? I believe it
Yep,
is
I'm
on
off
Sky.
to it.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm
Nice.
going to be
What
watching
about
it.
you, Ashley? Ashley, are you going to the game?
I'm not. I'm going to be watching it on TV. So
I believe you're doing that as well, Harry, aren't you?
I'm going to be in a bar in Dorset watching it. Yeah.
Hey, nice. That's what we like to see. That is what we like to see. Yeah. Anything you guys want to bring up on the stream? Like you're different Brighton fans. You want to bring anything up that we haven't spoken about already, or something leading on? Bruno or Ashley? Anything?
personally, I disagree with saying Pascal Gross is good.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Go on.
Okay.
Love it.
I rate him the end of last season, right? But
Okay.
other than that, I haven't rated him. I just think he's too slow.
Yeah.
Like, for considering we play him sometimes right mid, centre mid, and all those other positions, I just don't think he's fast enough. However, when he gets in the positions, he can deal damage. But when he just takes it too long to get there.
Yeah, and when he's right wing back, it's a bit.
That's just a bit dodgy.
Yeah.
I hear what you're saying. And I think,
well, what I think about it is everything doesn't have to be involved around pace. I mean, it's a big thing with Gross. Everyone says, Gross slow. But at the end of the day, like if you look at Ericsson, you look at people like that, people that are getting on a bit, they're not the paciest people in the world, but do you have to have that pace to still have that quality? Because at the end of the day, you've got to think that Gross is our penalty taker or our corner taker or our free kick taker. And he has been scoring for us. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I just don't. For me, there's not enough reasoning to say that Gross is bad. I think there's more good than there is bad about him. I mean, pace doesn't make me say that he's bad just because of pace. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. Pace is the only bad reason about him. Like,
Yeah.
He's got the crossing, he's got the assists, he can score like a few good goals.
Yeah, exactly. He can shoot. So I don't know. Yeah, it's interesting to see what you say about it, Ashley. Actually, to be fair, because obviously a lot of people don't like him. But
yeah, he also doesn't really beat the first man on corners quite a lot, which is frustrating because corners are a big chance considering we've got Dunk, Webster, and Duffy when he plays in the middle. So it's not
who would you put in there instead of Gross? Who would you place in there? Who would you have in midfield? Just shout.
My midfield in general.
Yeah, you might as well go for it as obviously.
Right, so I'd go Maupay and Caicedo.
Okay, yeah.
As the two box-to-boxes. And then I'd probably go with, when he's fit, Jakub Moder as like the DM.
Ooh, okay.
And then I'd go with Lamptey right wing back, mid, right wing back. And then I'd probably go with, if we sell Cucurella, I'd go with Mitoma, left mid.
Would you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
it's
promising.
interesting. Go on, Bruno. What are you saying?
He's looking promising at Matoma.
Yes, he is.
Like that Reading game when I watched him, he looked good. The Espanyol
Were you at that
game.
Reading game?
Yeah.
How many? Ashley, were you at the Reading game?
I wasn't, no.
Any of you at the Espanyol? Obviously, Harry was.
Yeah, I went to it as well.
I went to Espanyol.
Yeah. So we all saw that Matoma was pretty good.
When he came
especially...
on, he's so direct. He's that direct player we're missing. And I think he reminds me of Jose Izquierdo with that directness.
Yeah,
and it's strange because he carried on running, didn't he? I mean, at times I thought he would do like a bit of a Gross where he would sort of do a bit of a Cruyff turn and then cross it in, but he actually would go right up to that line, right up to that sort of back line there where the goal is. Yeah, he'll go right up to that line and keep running. So it's quite strange. I thought he was going to run himself off the pitch at some point.
We haven't had one of those players for years.
We haven't. But when I say this, Bruno and Ashley, I don't know if you'll agree with me or not, and Luke, of course, but do you think that Kaoru Matoma might be the downfall of Solly March? Because he plays in a relatively similar position. He's proven that he can do it. So I definitely think that Solly March could be the downfall for him because he's that player, but he has the quality Solly March has, and he has a lot more as well as what Solly March has. So I think that there's a lot of reasons to actually favour Kaoru Matoma over Solly March, to be honest.
Yeah, how old is Matoma?
As well.
27, I think. Is he 27?
still got time then to get a little bit better and increase more, hasn't he? A little bit. I wish he was a bit younger though. I can't lie, but yeah, as I say, I agree with you, Bruno. I think Solly March is a bit dodgy sometimes. Yeah, and you just see, you know what he's going to do. He's always going to try and get it on his left because he can't do anything on his right foot. But no, I totally agree. We have
He's only 25, by the way.
Is he 25? See, that's not bad.
He turned 26 on the 20th of July. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
20th of May says here. Yeah, he's 25 years old. So he's still got definitely quite a lot of years left in him, and he's still quite a young player.
Yes, we can get William in as well. William, how are we doing, mate?
Hello, am I here?
You are here, mate. You are here. And William, let us know where you're from. Obviously, I know, but let us know.
I am currently in Sweden. I live here.
Woo!
I'm from it.
Sweden. Come on, that's what we love to see. Brighton fan in Sweden.
East. Yes, sir.
Love that, mate. What do you think of the preseason matches in general? Do you think we've been playing well? Do you think we could have done better in some of the games? What are you saying?
I mean, obviously, I haven't been able to be there.
Yeah.
At the actual games.
Yeah.
But I did see. Was it Espanyol? The Espanyol game.
Mm-hmm.
The first preseason game.
Yeah, Espanyol prior. Yeah.
I did see that.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought we played all right.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't too special. Obviously, it was the first game of the preseason.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not all of the players not really fit.
Yeah.
Not match ready in that, but
yeah, definitely.
I thought it was decent.
Maupay got a brace that game, didn't he? And then I think Matoma got a goal, and also Dennis Undav got a goal as well. So quite a lot of goals shed around the striker positions there. But no, mate, no. But William, what do you think about Kaoru Matoma, and what do you think? How do you think he's going to do this season?
I know it's a bit of an unpopular opinion, but I personally actually don't really rate Kaoru Matoma.
Okay.
I think I prefer Solly March to Mitoma. I think Mitoma is going to go out on loan in January again after a disappointing first half of the season.
I've heard a few people say about that actually. I think a few people say that Mitoma's going to disappoint a lot of Brighton fans, and he's not going to turn out to be the winger that people think he is going to turn out to be. No. So.
But to all those fans, I say don't judge a book by your cover because you don't know.
You don't know. Yeah, you don't. William, we haven't asked you what you think your score predictions will be for the big Manchester United away game.
I think it's a tough question because, as we know, a lot of the Manchester United players they're not fully fit for the season yet.
No.
They haven't got all their signings they want to get. They still want to get Sesko, I think his name is, from Salzburg. Okay. I don't know how the situation with him is going on. I think they're lacking a bit in general. I think we are more prepared, but obviously, I'd say on paper, Manchester United is better. I think it's going to be a 1-1 draw.
Ooh, 1-1 draw. Yeah, a lot of people saying draws. I mean, I'm liking the positivity of a lot of Brighton fans because still a draw is a very good result against Manchester United, and maybe start the season first game being Manchester United is a good thing because obviously we beat them. The last Premier League game was Manchester United, and we beat them 4-0, and plus the fact we could catch them off guard being the start of the season, they might not get into it that quickly, and maybe we can get something and shock them back into the Premier League if we start better than them. I don't know. What do we think, boys?
But I think we can definitely spoil Ten Hag's first home game. I think it's definitely a possibility, and but I think it definitely could happen. But what are all your guys' thoughts on it?
I think United don't seem to score a lot of goals because I've watched a few of United's preseason games, like some of halves and stuff, and they just don't seem to score. And
No.
When they do, they're against terrible opposition like Melbourne and all that, and it's just interesting because if they play Martial, I just don't think he's very good. He isn't
the best,
and now he's just a bit rubbish.
I agree here. LJ just said, "Hi Luke, do you reckon Enciso will stay or go out on loan?" Well, personally, I think he will stay, and I want him to stay. What do you boys think? Starting with Harry.
I think it's just
Personally, think he should stay because he's a key asset to the squad, and I think he's proven that in pre-season in the little glimpses that we've seen of him, especially when he came on against Reading from the 70th minute for about 20 minutes. I thought he was absolutely class, actually, and he got those crosses into the box, and then he looked a really, really promising player when he came on, albeit he only had 20 minutes to actually show his class. But I think he's definitely a player that. Don't forget, he's only 18 years old, so he's still really, really young, and I think relatively inexperienced when it comes to especially playing in a world-class league like the Premier League. So I think he's definitely going to probably prove. But Ashley, what do you think? Do you think he's going to stay or go out on loan?
I agree with you. I think he'll stay. The quality he's shown has been unbelievable for an 18-year-old. With such little experience, it's amazing to be honest. But what I feel like is we might loan him out in January once he's settled into the country a bit more, because you need to remember he's 18. He's just come into a brand new country, halfway across the world, and I think we'll keep him and give him a few minutes, see how he does. But I think we'll give him a loan to the Championship for the second half of the season, to be honest.
Yeah, 100% agree. Go on, William. You next, mate. You next.
I actually love Julio Enciso. I want him to get minutes at Brighton. Yeah. I know we haven't seen too much of him during the preseason, but I think he can turn out to be really good and might maybe fight for his place in the team if he gets the chance.
Yeah, definitely agree. What about you, Bruno? Go for it, mate.
It's going to be difficult for him to get in the squad because he's young, all that, doesn't have the experience, but I think he will get in the squad by the end of the season.
Yeah, and as I say, with Julio Enciso, we saw a really decent free kick in the Union game as well that he nearly scored bottom left-hand side corner, which was really, really, really pretty surprising to see, to be fair, from his 18-year-old just going for the free kick. Could he possibly be the new corner free kick taker? Because I know apparently he's quite good at them. So could he possibly be the new one when Gross goes?
I definitely think that he probably does have it in the locker to be able to do it for those 2 years, and he's only 18 years old as well. I really want to emphasize that because I don't think people actually realize how young he actually is, and to have that sort of weight on your shoulders to be able to perform at a Premier League club. Graham Potter obviously sees something in him which I don't think a lot of managers would, being that he's an 18-year-old and he's relatively inexperienced. But I think Graham Potter sees something in him that a lot of other managers wouldn't. But that's something that Graham Potter's been great at, producing all the youth and bringing them up through the ranks, like Stephen Alzate, Aaron Connolly, albeit he's gone out on loan. But no, what do you think, Ashley? Do you think Julio Enciso could take our corners and free kicks preferred over Pascal Gross?
I think Gross will stay on them. But I think I've seen Julio Enciso take 2 during pre-season, 2 free kicks, and they looked very menacing. They just feel like in a few years, when Gross is gone, he would have gained more experience, got better, and I feel like he'll be one of our star players.
Yeah.
And I feel like he'll take our free kicks and corners.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. William, what do you think, mate? Do you think he could be a future guy for our corners and free kicks or even penalties, maybe?
I honestly have no idea. I don't really know much about his ability in those areas. But, listening to what you guys have said, I guess that's a possibility,
Possibility. Yeah. Right. So obviously we have been live for an hour and 28 minutes. Obviously I was going to try and keep this live stream down to less than an hour really. But as it's the first one, it's quite interesting to see what people think. Let's just go with one more over round. See what people are saying. Harry, start off. Is there any ending things you would like to say? Any ending questions before the Man United game?
I just think definitely best of luck to the team, and let's hope that they do all right, and let's hope that we can bring home the result and bring home 3 points. And big up to the squad, and let's hope that we can bring home the 3 points on Sunday and show that we're here for this season, and hopefully by the end of the season that we can get a good result from the entire season, hopefully, and then from that we can kick on and maybe a little bit optimistic, but maybe a bit of a European tour. Don't know, but I'd never rule it out. It's possible. I'd never rule it out. Never rule it out.
Ashley, go for it. What's your ending thoughts before the Manchester United game?
Look, I think we'll lose. However, I would take a draw, but if we can win, get anything out of the game, I'd be over the moon.
Yeah.
I have a question to ask though. What do you think about the new home kit? I hate it.
I despise it.
I don't have it right now, actually. But
no, I do. It's right here. So
I don't like it.
No, it's not too bad, but in my opinion, it looks like one big H. That's actually on the shirt, and I've seen it meme quite a lot, but I'm not going to say how I've seen it meme because obviously it's not family friendly to say on this live stream. But I've seen it meme.
Harry, you're killing my ears, mate. You're killing my ears.
Am I? No, but
Cheers,
I've seen it. No, but I've seen it meme quite a lot online. But it's obviously not family friendly to say on this live stream. What I've seen of it live stream. But no, what do you think of the new home kit, Bruno?
I don't like it. I'm not gonna lie. Well, I'm growing on it, but it's not nice to be fair. Yeah. If they got rid of the yellow line down the middle, I think it'd be good.
It reminds me of PSG's kit. PSG's new home kit.
Yeah.
I think it's the same template.
It's not. Yeah, it's quite similar actually. Right, William. Any end off thoughts? Any end off things you want to say before the Manchester United game?
I do still think that we need a defensive midfielder who can also press forward, like Bissouma did. And I think Florian Grillitsch, I think his name is, from Hoffenheim. I know we've been looking a bit of him. I don't know if we've put an official bid in yet. Yeah. But I really think we should go and get him.
Last I heard about Florian Grillitsch was that the talks have collapsed between him. So I think that's kind of a no-go now.
He's got a new agency, which and they're now following Brighton, which could mean something. It could not. It could be looking too far into it.
Oh my god, this gun.
You never know.
Yeah. All right, fair dues. Right, Bruno. End thoughts. What you saying, mate?
Personally, if we win, it's fantastic. But I'll take a draw at United, considering I know they had a crap season last season, but this season we'll be better manager, better players. So,
but
or win. Don't mind.
I remember that new manager effect last season and what it had, because obviously we faced Aston Villa and it was Steven Gerrard's first game in charge of them, and they looked like an absolutely different team. And it was 2-0 to Aston Villa that game. Tyrone Mings and Ollie Watkins both scoring the goals. So it really, really does prove that new manager effect can have a real impact on a team, and they can really kick on from it.
No, 100% agree. 100% agree. Right. Any of you boys, you can absolutely come on next time. Hopefully the next one will be maybe Monday or Tuesday, depending on what day I get back from Manchester. We'll be doing this again, talking about what has happened in the Manchester stream, what happened in the Manchester game. It won't be as long as an hour and 50 minutes a day. It's probably just a good one to, do a good long stream for the first one, just to get see how it's all going to turn out and everything. But yeah, William, I really appreciate you joining in, mate. Hopefully get you on very soon.
Of course.
In a bit, mate. In a bit. And the same with you, Bruno, man. The same with you, Bruno.
Thanks for having me. Hopefully I'll see you in the Man United game.
Yeah. Thanks for having me, guys. Yeah.
Absolutely, mate. Absolutely.
See you later. Yeah.
And cheers to you as well, Ashley. I really appreciate you, mate.
Cheers, Ashley. Really, really good.
Cheers,
mate. Cheers, mate. That's right. No worries.
Right. There's obviously a few others that were waiting to come on today on the stream, but I just want to say thank you for everyone for coming in, listening today. What people just had to just talk Brighton. It's just talking Brighton today. That's all we were sort of doing. And look, we're experimenting with me and Harry with this new series. He is going to be like the sort of co-host of this series of LiNX full time. It is going to be a series where we talk about what happens, what has happened with every Brighton game after it, like reviewing the Brighton game basically. So obviously the next one will be either Monday or Tuesday, talking about the Manchester game. We will be keeping it down to a good half an hour, 40 minutes max for the next stream, so it isn't too long. So we just get short fire questions, so it isn't as long. So when people want to watch it after the stream is live, then they can. It's not too long for them. So any last words, Harry, before we end off?
I just thought I'd let you know I will try and get to the one on Tuesday after the Manchester United game, but obviously I'll be away. So if I can't, I will let you know in plenty of time, Luke.
Absolutely.
But no, and let all the chat know, of course. But no, let's just hope that the squad can do well, and I hope you enjoy your trip up to Manchester. And let's hope
it's gonna be a long travel. Hope it's worth it. I hope it's worth it. But anyway, guys, listen, it's been your boy LiNX Football. We hopefully Harry as well. We'll see you in the second episode of LiNX Full Time. But I will see you guys, of course, in the vlog coming up very soon on Sunday. Actually, before I go, just want to put this up. Because we are going to be doing the first watch along of this season coming up for the Premier League, and it's going to be Crystal Palace versus Arsenal. Yes, our rivals. I'm going to be commentating this match Friday, guys, so be ready for this match. It's going to be incredible. Hopefully it's going to be a lot of goals. It's the first match of the Premier League as well, so make sure to join this Friday. Make sure to join that Friday. And yeah, listen, I'll see you live on Friday, and of course I will see you on the Matchday vlog probably Sunday evening, which I'll be going to Manchester Sunday, but I'll probably see you Sunday evening because that's when the time I'll be uploading it. Anyway, Harry, see you later, mate.
Thank you, mate.
See you, football fanatics, later. It's been your boy, LiNX Football. See you, fanatics, Friday for the live stream for the start of the Premier League season. See you later.